back-to-back national titles, an NCAA tournament run, and broken records. That's on the schedule this week for Sports Talk Live. The women's field hockey team became the first Westchester sports team to win back-to-back national championships as they defeated UMass Lowell this past weekend 5-0.
Yes, we have Nancy Stamen and Steph Perry here with us today to talk about their amazing accomplishments and outstanding season. Let's get started.
Well, you both had the opportunity to play on both of these championship teams, so how about you guys tell us a little about the journey you guys had?
Before every season, the fall season and our off season in the spring, we have a list of goals that we want to accomplish as a team together. And I think that it's important that we focus on each goal instead of focusing on our big accomplishment, the national title, of course, at the end of the season. So we take it game by game instead of looking ahead too far. So
you guys actually played UMass Lowell in both championship games, and they were making their 6th consecutive national championship appearance. So what's it like to be able to beat them 2 times in a row?
Well, last year was our first year as a Division II team, so coming in we were really unsure about how we were going to do and what the teams were going to be like. So last year we had our first national title run, and it felt really good to know that we were competitive with these teams and to beat the #1 team from the previous year, UMass Lowell, in the national title. And then this year it was a little different. We knew we were going to be good and competitive in Division II, and then going up there all the way to UMass Lowell this year, we were a little nervous about them being on their home turf, but then we were just ready to play, and we really took it to them.
All right, so there were 4 players on the team named for the first team All-American team, which was more than anyone else in the country. It was Kelsey Likens, Kayla Gluhowski, Michelle Schrift, and Kristen Arnold. Do you guys want to talk about how it was to play with so many great players?
While we do have a lot of strong players on our team, we really concentrate on playing as a whole team. We don't rely on our really strong players, and while they do obviously add a lot to our game, we really concentrate on involving our whole team and attacking as a team.
Now you guys are going to have 7 seniors leaving, and that includes 3 of the 4 All-Americans. Kelsey Likens is the only one returning. How about you guys talk a little bit about your future?
just like how Nancy said, I feel like a lot of teams in D2 have a few key players, but we actually have a whole team of key players. Some are noticed more than others with getting all these awards and All-American and everything. But last year we lost 6 seniors, and we filled in their shoes, I think, we fit in their shoes very well. And we have other underclassmen that are going to be coming in. They know the drill. They've been through a season, 2 seasons, and they know how we work, our work ethic, and how to get the job done.
Yeah, we've definitely created a tradition here, and everyone knows how to come in and just pick up where we left off.
Well, what do you think? You think we're going to see 2 more All-Americans for the next year, and maybe a three-peat of the national championship?
That's what we're hoping for. That's the ultimate goal.
UMass Lowell and Westchester for the 3rd year in a row.
I think that you'll
hopefully.
be Hopefully. All right. Well, thanks again. This is pretty much going to wrap it up. Congratulations on this great accomplishment, and good luck going in next year. You guys want to give any shout-outs before we switch over to some women's soccer?
Shout out to Duke.
And shout out to Lele.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.
The women's soccer team defeated West Virginia Wesleyan in the 2nd round of the NCAA tournament 2-0. In the next round, they had to play Slippery Rock, which actually was today, and we have highlights from that game, so let's check those out.
It's the NCAA Atlantic Region Final, Westchester versus Slippery Rock. Westchester looking to get some revenge on Slippery Rock as they defeated them in the PSAC quarterfinals. In the first half, Slippery Rock with a chance off the crossbar, and they got another one just wide left. They can't capitalize. In the second half, it was all Westchester. As you see here, getting a shot on goal. Nice save by the goaltender. And here we go. Westchester, they get the goal yet. Oh, wait. Taking another look as we slow it down, as we stop it here, Westchester is just a little bit offsides. That goal is not going to count, but there's more where that came from. As you see, Jen Hutchinson passing it to Melissa McCary, and McCary with the shot just wide left, but that's okay. Here comes Westchester again on the corner. Can this be the one? Oh, it's tipped by the goalie. Slippery Rock's gonna clear it out. It's getting down to the end here. Westchester with another chance. They cannot capitalize, but here it is. Jen Hutchinson to Melissa McCary again. And Melissa McCary is going to make a perfect pass. And the header by Jen Hutchinson. She finishes it. Westchester goes on to win 1-0. We had the chance to meet up with Jen Hutchinson after her amazing goal. Let's take a look.
Congratulations on an amazing late goal. You guys start off a little bit slow in the first half, but really turned it around in the second. What was your change that you made?
During halftime, we just talked about how this is it for us. It's now or never, everything on the line. This could be, for the seniors, their last game. So we knew what we had to do. We had to be patient and we had to score, obviously. So we just stepped it up.
Talk a little bit about that goal. It was a really, really beautiful goal.
I took it in the middle, dribbled down, had to draw the defender out, so they weren't stepping yet, and I saw Melissa making a run, so I held it, and then right at the right time, laid it off, and my coach drilled in my head, follow, 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 follow. So followed, and she just placed it perfectly on me.
Oh, it worked out perfectly. Well, you're playing the winner, St. Rose and Dowling. Any preference on which team you'd rather play?
St. Rose actually knocked us out before. I believe it was my sophomore year, and so it'd be nice to get a little revenge on them.
All right, well, congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Well, we'd like to thank Jen Hutchinson for that interview. It was really nice to catch up with her after the game. But next up for the Westchester will be the winner of the Dowling St. Rose game here at Westchester Sunday, November 18th. So be sure to come out and show your support.
After defeating Clarion this past weekend 33-12, congratulations to Rondell White for being STL's Ram of the Week. White broke Westchester's single-season rushing record as he ran for 1,548 yards. He also had 4 games where he rushed over 200 yards, which is also a school record. Even with this great feat, White needs to break his own record next season by gaining 1,661 yards in order to hold the all-time career rushing record. With this incredible junior season, it is easy to see why Rondell White is STL's Ram of the Week.
Well, as always, we're going to finish up here on STL with some Outside the Horns. Remember to visit our website, sportstalklive.net, to give us your input on what you want to hear here on STL. From our site, you can watch our shows, check out our Facebook page, our Twitter, vote on our poll question. And speaking of the poll question, last week we asked, when will Andrew Bynum make his Sixers debut? You guys said that by the 12th game of this season, and considering that Bynum's return date has been pushed back yet again and he's projected to miss the next 5 weeks, by the 12th game of the season, it's looking highly unlikely. What do you guys think about this Sixers season so far?
Well, guys, they lost the other night to the Pistons, who were 0-8 going into the game. So you can see that we still have our ups and downs. It's still a young team, and without Bynum, I think the tough part is our scoring now. You see us scoring 70, maybe 80 points, but it's going to be tough to win a lot of games if we don't score enough points towards the end of the game.
Yeah, you're right, but I mean, the one thing we have going for us is our defense, and we need that to keep going because we're not putting up enough points. If we can hold teams to 75, 80 points a game, it will really keep us in every single game.
Yeah, and it's rough not having Bynum. I think it's really going to help us out when he comes because we have a different center in every single game.
Yeah.
It's not clear who's going to be the center for that game or who's going to need to step up. It's really unfortunate that he's going to be out another 5 weeks because, like we were talking about before, it's going to take him a little while to mold with this young team. So I'm getting a little bit nervous just because he's getting pushed back. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You think they have a still chance to go pretty far?
Oh yeah,
better
absolutely.
Than last year?
Yeah, it's still early. 4-4 is not a bad record considering we're missing Bynum. As long as Halls and Lavoy Allen can do their job and well enough to keep us in the games, we'll be fine.
I mean, I'm a little worried, though, because of the Knicks. I mean, you see they start out 6-0. They've been on fire. They beat us 2 games back-to-back. And as much as I don't like them as a team and I don't think they were good enough going into the season, they've actually really surprised me. So that's a team that I think we have to watch out for, especially going down the home stretch of the season.
All right, well, let's move on and talk about the Eagles. With Michael Vick's concussion last week, backup Nick Foles has been named the Eagles starter this week versus the Redskins. So let's be honest, this season's basically over from a playoff standpoint, but can we take any positives going into the final 7 games of the season?
Well, not so fast, Brian. There's still 7 games left. We win them all. We finish at 10-6, which is good enough for a playoff spot. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but until we're mathematically eliminated, I'm not giving any chance.
Taylor, let's be real.
I mean, again, I was one of them that was for Foles. I think he's going to be good towards the end of the year. Now, they're going to win all the rest of their games. No, he's going to make bad passes. We even saw last game, for all the good ones he made, there were a couple that you just had to shake your head at. But he's a rookie, so towards the end of the year, I hope to have him win a couple games for us, but no playoffs this year.
All right, well, I'm just basically ignore what Riley said. We're not going to win all of our games. I mean, I could see us easily going 500, maybe one game better, but it's going to be nice to see what Nick Foles can do. I'm excited. I know everyone else in Philadelphia is excited, and hopefully looking towards the future without Andy Reid, let's cross our fingers on that one, but without Andy Reid, seeing what Nick Foles can do in a whole new regime, I'm excited to see what happens, but what do you guys think? Do you think Nick Foles or Michael Vick's going to end the season with more wins?
Well, Nick Foles is going to lead them to the playoffs, so obviously Nick Foles.
I'm going to have to go with even. I think 3 wins is a good number with 7 games remaining. I mean, again, we don't have the easiest schedule, and being so young and being with the offensive line, he'll take his licks.
All right, well, I'm actually going to say that he's going to win 4 out of the 7 games. Okay. So I think he's going to have more wins than Vick, and it's basically going to guarantee that he's going to be our starter next year, which I'm really excited about. But it's going to be interesting to see what he can do at the end of the season.
Although it's not certain, it looks like Nick Foles is going to be the starter for the remainder of the season. So speaking of Nick Foles, since we just talked about him, that's going to be our poll question this week. Who's going to have more victories at the end of the season for the Eagles, Nick Foles or Michael Vick? So be sure to go on to our website, sportstalklive.net, and cast your vote.
Well, unfortunately, that's going to do it here on Sports Talk Live. We're going to be here next week, same time, same place. Take it easy, Westchester.